Hey team, Jackie here. Good morning, or is it morning? It's still morning here. It's 11:20 in Phoenix, Arizona, but I know it's afternoon for some of you on the West Coast or East Coast and Midwest. So good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Good day. How's that? I am giving you a training today on Who's the Boss. How many of you remember that show, Who's the Boss? I might be aging myself, but I used to watch that as a kid all the time with Alyssa Milano and I forget the guy's name, but he's a hunky guy. Anyways, I just want to start off by asking you, who's the boss? Am I the boss? I'm not the boss. I am not your boss. I am side-by-side leader with you. Okay, so I'm not your boss. When it comes to unique, okay, this is what I'm referencing. When it comes to unique, who's the boss? Is Derek the boss? Derek's not the boss either. Derek is the CEO, so he is the corporate executive officer, so he makes a lot of the corporate decisions, but he doesn't run your business. Okay, he doesn't hold a time clock to you. He's not your boss. Melanie's not your boss. Huscroft, who's the creative and visionary officer. I think that's her title. I'm not your boss. Your direct upline, if I'm not your direct upline, they're not your boss. My direct upline is not your boss. Black level presenters, they're not your boss. Okay, who's the boss? You're the boss. You are the boss. You are the boss of your business. I've had many of you reach out to me, and I love it. Please keep reaching out to me. I've had many of you reach out to me that have said that they want to take their business to the next level. And I love hearing that because that's what I do, and I love every aspect of this business. So if you're tuning in and watching this and you don't want to take your business to the next level, this training isn't going to be for you, but that's okay. You can still listen in, for sure listen in. You might get something out of it, but this is for those of you that want to take your business to the next level. A white and yellow presenter is someone that is either a kidnapper, they purchase the kit for the great makeup and the great discount, and I tend to you and support you in that. Some of you are just wanting to make a couple extra dollars on the side. So a white and yellow presenter is just looking to make some side cash, but they're not looking to grow a business. Those of you who are looking to move beyond yellow, you're growing a business, okay? And potentially an empire for yourself. So you are the boss. You are at the top of your company. You are the boss. Now, you are also the only employee. That's the difference about this field of network marketing. You are the only employee, unless of course you hire employees and pay them on a payroll. And that's just like going into way more logistics than we need to. Let's just keep it raw and basic here. You are the only employee of your own corporation. You're the boss and you're the employee. Okay, so I want you to do this for me. I want you to step outside yourself. Okay, so I want you to like visualize your like spirit, your ghost, whatever, and step outside of yourself, but you can still see the shell of who you are. Okay, and I want you to stay boss. So you've stepped outside. You are now the spirit of you, but you're still the boss. And I want you to look at the shell of who you are right now. Would you hire you? So I'm going to ask you this now, and then I'm going to give you some tips on how to be a great boss / employee, okay? And then I want you to ask yourself again, would you hire you? Okay, so here is what, and I took some notes here. So these are attributes. I'm going to give you 10 attributes of a highly self-motivated individual. A boss or an owner, a CEO of a corporation is a highly self-motivated individual. More than likely in the traditional brick and mortar world, so that's the corporate world, okay, we'll just call it corporate world. You have earned your right to be a boss, right? You've earned your right to be at the top of the company, to be a manager, to be a VP, even a CEO, okay? You weren't just given that position without earning yourself there. So those people usually already have some success to them. The people that reach the top of a network marketing company exhibit the same exact traits as someone that reaches the top of a corporation, okay? So you are the boss. You are the CEO of your own business, and you are at the top of your company. Now, your company might be small, and maybe your company isn't generating a lot of revenue, commissions, right? But maybe you want it to be too. So I'm going to tell you some of the traits that people at the top that do generate a large revenue, that do have a large empire, what they, the traits that they have. Okay, so here we go. 10 traits of the most self-motivated people. They understand their purpose. Okay, so for us in the network marketing world, a lot of times you'll hear someone say, recognize your why. What is your why? Okay, it's the same thing. Understand your purpose. So my purpose, okay, because I know, I have proven, and I have the ability to reach the top of any corporation. Okay, whether that be network marketing or, well, I haven't proven that yet, but that would be like corporate world. I've done that, and I've done it in several different fields. I know the ability, but that's not why I don't work for a corporation anymore. And the reason why is my why is that I want the flexibility to be with my kids, and I want the freedom to write my schedule. So that's my why. So I understand my purpose, which drives me to work harder so that I reach my purpose, that I actually fulfill my why. Okay, so first thing you need to do is understand what is your purpose and write it down. What is your why? Write it down. Okay, so self-motivated individuals, bosses, understand their why. Number 2. Self-motivated people live outside their comfort zone. They do things that scare them. Okay? So I'll use an example. Going live on Facebook scared me when it first came out. Like it did. Like I was shaking in my boots. I was nerve-wracked when I did it, but I knew that if I did it, I would overcome a fear and I would move my corporation further. Okay? So self-motivated, highly successful people live outside their comfort zone. They do things that scare them. Okay, I'm not talking extreme. I'm not saying that if you're afraid to jump out of an airplane, you should go jump out of an airplane. Okay, maybe you should put that on your bucket list or something you want to do before you hit the grave. I mean, that's extreme. But I'm saying do things that scare you, like messaging people, right? Like talking to a stranger. Like going live on Facebook. Do things that scare you. Highly successful CEOs, bosses of corporations, which is you. That's you. Do things that scare them. Okay? They live outside their comfort zone. They do something that's a little bit risky every day. Okay. Number 3, self-motivated. They get involved in every facet. So I'm going to relate everything to the makeup world. So I get involved in every facet, okay? So I want to know everything that there is to know about every product that we have. I might not use all the products, but I want to know everything that's involved. I also want to know everything that's involved in making this business successful. So for example, if I were a new individual, I'll tell you exactly what I did. I'll tell you exactly what I did. When I first started, I didn't have a team. I started as one. And when I had an upline and I was in her group, and what I did is exactly what I did. I went to the files of her group and I went through all of it. When I was literally late one night and I was laying in bed, because I know you do this. I know you scroll on Facebook and screw around. Everyone does it, okay? I do it. But instead of doing it that night, I went to the files and I just one by one went through everything. And oh my gosh, I got so motivated. There was so much information. I couldn't sleep, okay? But I got involved in I wanted to know it all. I wanted to know all of it. I might not have applied all of it right then and there, but I may have made a mental note of it. I keep a notepad by my bed. I might have written it down for stuff that I could work on in the future. So I never ran out of ideas. I never ran out of things to work on in my business. And remember, I was a team of 1 when I started that. Team of 1. Now we have 785. Okay, 3 years later. So you can do the same. Okay, a self-motivated, highly successful boss gets involved in every facet. It doesn't mean that you have to spend every waking hour doing that, but you should spend any moment that you have free working on getting yourself involved and learning more about your business. Number 4, a highly successful boss, that's you, jumps in with both feet. Okay? They're not 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Okay? Both feet are in. They commit to whatever task that they have taken on. For me, when I decided, and I didn't decide right away, you guys, it took me 6 months, but when I made the decision that I was going to make a business out of this, I put both feet in and I went without looking behind me. I didn't hesitate. So you have to be both feet in, not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm not sure. You can run your business that way. You can, but you won't get to the top. Okay? If this is for those of you that want to grow and you want to get to the top, and there are many of you that have reached out to me recently that said to me, I want to quit my full-time job. I want to make a full-time income out of this. Then both feet have to be all the way in. You have to move unique from these parts of your brain to the frontal forelobe of your brain so that it's always there, always thinking and always putting words into action. Number 5, exemplify humility. This one's huge. You have to be able to laugh at yourself. You have to be willing to make a fool of yourself. You have to be willing to make mistakes and understand that it's going to happen and you'll move on from it. You have to be vulnerable and take criticism. So example of that for me would be pre-unique. I would never have shown my face on Facebook where thousands of people could see. Even if I knew 10 people were watching, I would never, ever put my face on Facebook without makeup on. Like, there's no way. As a matter of fact, it has evolved for me. Throughout the years, it used to be, and I know some of you are this way, and sometimes I still am, okay? But I've come a long way. I know some of you do this. Someone takes a picture of you and they want to post it. Do you check to see if it's postable? To see if you look okay, if you look thin, if you don't have a double chin, if your hair is in the right place, if your nose doesn't look big. Do you do that? Because I was guilty of that too. And I do that sometimes still, but I don't do it nearly as much. Now it's like if they take a picture, I don't even ask. Because I don't care. I don't care, okay? If it looks funny, I'm going to laugh at it. In fact, it's even better, I'll poke fun at myself. Okay? I want to be real and I'm vulnerable to show people that I have flaws. And it's okay. So you have to be willing to laugh at yourself, take criticism. Someone says that you didn't look so good in that picture. I would say, you're right. But oh well. Okay? So exemplify humility. Number 6, learn something new every day and not by accident, by design. So that means on purpose. So every day, this is where the self-development comes in. So for me, I have a book in my car. It stays in my car. I got to tell you, in the summer months, I probably don't pick up the book as often as I do in the months where my kids are in school. Because when I get in the line to pick them up is when I read my book. I'm a listener. I'm visual and audio, so I usually, if I'm putting my makeup on and I'm not doing a video, I will always have a video or a podcast going so that I'm learning something. Okay. More recently, I started going for walks. I bought myself a Fitbit because I realized I wasn't moving very much. And so in the middle of my day, I'll get up and go for a walk. And on the walk, instead of listening to music, I listen to something that I can learn. And it's usually related to either my business, my relationships, self-development, a podcast, a book on audio, a video that I've saved from Facebook that somebody else gave a training on. Always learning something new. So it's by design. I fit that into my schedule instead of learning something new by accident. Make sense? Okay. Number 7, believe in yourself. Highly successful bosses, okay, whether it's corporate world or whether it's network marketing world, they believe. They have a belief that they can make this happen. It doesn't matter if it takes you 5 or 10 years. You have to keep your goggles on, or what do you call that, tunnel vision. You have to believe, and you can't let go of that. You have to believe. I believe I will hit black status. I'm a purple level presenter, and I will. I still believe in that path and that road, and it will happen. Sometimes I go backwards, sometimes I go forwards, but I believe in the process. I believe in my ability, and that's what drives me to keep going, because I won't stop. You have to believe. Believe in yourself that you are very capable of doing this. Number 8, persistence. Okay, persistence and consistency. You probably have heard me preach that a lot, but you have to be persistent. You have to be able to explore all options. So when something isn't working, you can't just throw your hands up and be like, it's not working. Because I know that happens for a lot of you. I tried that, it didn't work. So then you give up. You can't do that. What works for one might not work for another. So you just find another path. You find another idea. You try a different way. You fail. Because you aren't going to be successful without failing first. Said it. You aren't going to be successful without failing first. Okay? So you have to be persistent and stay consistent. Okay? Never give up. Never say die. I love this one, number 9. Strive for health in all aspects of your lives. So physical health, okay? Take care of yourself. So you still have to put you first. You are number 1. You can't take care of anyone else unless you take care of yourself first. So, you know, if you're like me and you're a workaholic, because I am a workaholic, I know that for my physical well-being, I have to fit fitness. For me, I have to fit fitness in. I have to be active so that I don't get ill, okay? Emotional stability. I know that the self-development helps me a lot. So for me, it's making sure that I'm emotionally stable. So surrounding myself with positive people that are encouraging to me and not discouraging. Spiritually. So whatever it is that you need to gravitate to, that helps you stay positive. Okay. Intellectually. Okay. So that's the learning something new every day. Okay. You know, I have been around seniors for many years because in the fitness industry, I also have worked with seniors. And I can tell you this right now, that if you don't work on your intellectual fitness, it goes. It goes. So read, learn every day, learn, read, educate yourself on a regular basis, because you will stay fit in your mind as well. And you will be able to continue the success that you've built for yourself. And then socially, this one's huge for me, and everyone's going to be a little different in here. Okay. So like for me, fitness is really easy. Okay. That's just really easy. And for some of you, fitness is really hard. Like if you just get it in 2 or 3 days a week, you know, that's success to you. And for me, it just comes naturally. But socially, okay, believe it or not, I'm socially awkward. I love public speaking. I love it. But if you had to sit and do a one-on-one with somebody, I dread it. I do, especially someone I don't know. I'm socially awkward. So I actually have to force myself to do that. I also have to force myself to be social with the people I love. Isn't that terrible? It's not that I don't want to be, I'm just addicted to work. And so, for example, today I blocked out my entire day, okay? I shouldn't say I'd rather. I normally would just let my kids play on their tablet, or I have in the past. I wouldn't say normally. I have in the past. Let my kids just play on their tablet all day while I work and get a chunk of work done. But I know that one-on-one time with my kids is vital. And so I block off my day. So I know at 12 o'clock today, or 12:30 actually, and the rest of the day, I may be on my phone wherever we're at. We're going to bowling and stuff, just to check my messages. So I may be working a little bit, but my undivided attention when they're in front of me is going to be with them. Same thing when I'm with my husband. When we go to dinner, it's put the phone away, and give him my 100% undivided attention, because work will be there. Work will be there. Okay, so I have to work on my social fitness. Okay, but it's going to be different for everyone. So you have to strive for health in all aspects of your life: physical, emotional, spiritual, intellectual, and social. And number 10, rise above problems, adversity, loss, and momentary failure. I said it already. You can't succeed in network marketing until you fail first. Okay, and you know what? You're going to fail more times than you succeed. So you have to get over it. You have to rise above it. Rise above problems, back orders. Rise above it. Find something else to focus on, because it's going to happen no matter what company you're in. They screwed up a shipping. Oh well, move forward. Find a solution. Stay positive. Get over it. Move on. If you allow negative actions, especially ones that are out of your control, affect your day-to-day operations with your business because you're the boss, it will drag you down and hold you back. It will hold you back and drag you from reaching that success. It will take you longer. But if you can manage to control your emotions with that, it's something out of your control. How do you overcome it? I'm trying to think right now, because my husband always says, improvise, adapt, and overcome. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Move on. Because you've got a target. You've got to focus, right? You understand what your focus is. So, those are your 10 things, okay? That successful, highly motivated, self-motivated. These aren't people that actually work for someone else that a boss is telling them what to do. These are bosses. These are people at the top level of their company. They're self-motivated, whether in the corporate world or in network marketing. They got there because they encompass these traits, or they're always working on these 10 traits. So, the spirit of you is sitting outside looking at the physical shell of you. Would you hire you? Would you hire you to be your boss of your company, to run your company? Okay? If right now you're looking from the outside and going, I have a lot of work to do, and you still want it, then all you got to do is work on it. It's really easy. You just got to work on it, and you can never stop working. Okay? That's all I have for you today. I hope this is helpful. Continue to message me and reach out to me as you have been. I'm loving it, and I am on this journey with you. So let's do this. Have a great day. Ciao.